There might be spiderwebs, but there's no giant spiders to fight here. There might be foxes, but you best believe they mean you no harm. And that frog with a murderous glint in its eyes doesn't want you dead either. Okay, I might have spoken too soon.
This was not how Ember had imagined the end. The gurgling of water, a deafening heartbeat. But then... the fog returned Ember's good deed by leading them to a lost forlorn.
Nope, he's all about helping you. The Last Campfire is a combat-free experience. Feeling anxious, friend? Well, this might be exactly what's needed to soothe a troubled soul. It's a kinder, gentler experience. An opportunity to calm the mind and take a moment to breathe. Which is actually kinda hilarious when you consider the themes underpinning the whole thing. You know, light-hearted stuff like facing your mortality and journeying towards the afterlife. The Last Campfire is brought to life by Hello Games. These folks are best known for No Man's Sky, a sprawling space simulator with procedurally generated planets just begging to be explored. Here, the scale is decidedly smaller, considered, and more of the handcrafted persuasion. Allow me to walk you through it. So the game's lore goes like this. Embers make a rite of passage through these mysterious surrounds when their light begins to fade. What's to be found on the other side? Death? Rebirth? Something else entirely? No one knows. But we assume the role of an Ember who's just about to embark on their own journey. Let me tell you, friend, I was immediately reminded of Grim Fandango and its take on the whole Land of the Dead thing.
But I'm your friend. My name's Manny Calavera. I'm your new travel agent.
I don't want a new travel agent. I want to go home.
You can't go home, Celso. You're dead. But you're not alone. Everybody here is just as dead as you. That's why we call it the Land of the Dead. Are you ready for your big journey?
No. What journey?
The 4-year journey of the soul. It is quite a big trip. And I can't lie to you, Celso. It could be very, very dangerous.
And just like in that classic, there's something sketchy going down here. Essentially, Embers have found themselves stranded and unable to move on. When an Ember loses hope or can't come to terms with something that happened in life, they turn forlorn, a husk of their former selves. It's not an ideal outcome. Don't write these folks off yet though. There's still hope for them, and that's where we come in. It's up to us to restore the forlorn and help them on their way. An important job, so we best get started. I love games that let you interact with their worlds in non-violent ways. But you don't get a free pass just for doing that. The gameplay still needs to be fun and engaging. So if we're not punching things right in the face, what exactly are we doing in the Last Campfire? Your main adversary in the place of bad guys? Fiendish puzzles designed to delight and confound. Solving puzzles is the key to rescuing those pesky Embers who have found themselves forlorn. And there just so happens to be a lot of them too. All hidden around our newfound stomping grounds. In order to move on to the next area, you must rescue a certain number of Embers.
The ghost said, "You have done all you can, little one. Your journey lies ahead."
There are environmental puzzles out in the world as well, that you'll need to overcome in order to press on. So, how exactly are the puzzles solved? Well, you're generally introduced to a simple mechanic, and given time to get a feel for its puzzle-solving implications. Soon enough, you're tested through challenges of escalating complexity. Let me tell you, friend, it's a whole lot of fun. A game like this lives and dies on the quality of its puzzles. Thankfully, these ones are good. I particularly loved using the lanthorn, a musical instrument empowered to shift the world about. By this point, you've probably noticed that the Last Campfire is very Zelda-esque. But how are the puzzles? Are they tough? While you'll absolutely get stuck from time to time, I never found the puzzles to be unfair. Solving them, always satisfying. Especially this one. This one broke my spirit, only to build it up again on completion. I've been chasing the puzzle solving high ever since my formative point and click adventuring days. And you'll get that addictive hit of endorphins here for sure. That makes you want to immediately press on to find another puzzle. Let me tell you friend, the sights and sounds of this world are an absolute joy to navigate. It's all interconnected too, with many a shortcut to find. Push a tree over a chasm and you've got yourself a spiffy new bridge, designed to make backtracking much less of a chore. Don't know where to go? The game's all too happy to give you a hint. All you gotta do is ask. It's all brought to life through an incredibly realised art direction too, that captures the imagination. The visuals here are of the cartoonish persuasion. Bright, colourful, and full of personality. I routinely stop to marvel at the leaves and grass gently swaying in the breeze. The environments are every bit as diverse as the puzzles they host, and every new area has a distinct look and feel, ensuring you never get bored of the scenery. Soon enough you'll start noticing movement in your periphery. Turns out, you're not alone here.
The stranger whispered. Seen one just like you around here a lot. Creepy that one is, peeping out, watching you. Yeah, watching you. Specifically you.
Someone is tracking you and watching your every move from the shadows, or creeper-like.
Through the mist, Ember could feel they were being watched.
Their motivation? Well, that's for you to decipher. But they've definitely got a story to tell. There are clues scattered about on your way though, in the form of intriguing journal entries.
Ember uncovered a journal entry. Dusk brings the longest shadows. The lanthorn comforts me.
It pays to be social while out doing the adventuring thing. Sometimes you need assistance from others just as much as they need assistance from you. Help someone out? Maybe they'll return the favour. Quid pro quo arrangements reign out here. Maybe a bird stole your key, dropped it in the lake, and you can't fish it out because your net has a hole in it. Don't you just hate it when that happens? But don't despair, friend.
The fisherman noticed the broken net Ember was carrying.
There's always a solution to be found if you're willing to look.
Here you go. Good as new.
And besides, looking often serves as a catalyst to meeting some of the more eclectic characters.
Back so soon?
From time to time, you'll stumble upon embers out in the wilds that don't require your assistance. They've seen things on their journey though, and have clues and insight to share with you. Maybe once get some intel on where to find yourself a new boat.
The traveller said, you sailed in here. Where's your boat? Friend, you need a boat. Go see the builder in the caves. Tell them I'm sorry I never came back.
If they were willing to talk, I was willing to listen. These embers give welcome texture to the world, while foreshadowing things to come. You know the game's all about bringing the joy when you get to go down slides and little pigs with fruit. It's pretty delightful from start to finish, and you'll almost certainly have a smile plastered across your face the entire time. It's not just the lack of combat that makes the game such a relaxing experience. It's the sum of all parts working together beautifully. If you can't tell from my excessive amounts of enthusiastic arm flailing, I love The Last Campfire. My shoulders felt less tense leaving the game than going in. What's a better compliment than that?
Ember watched as the helpful piggy cleared the path.
Okay, that's enough. That was MoseyThrough. I'm Dan Clarke. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to mosey through to the like and subscribe buttons, friend.